Welcome back. So today's video I'm really excited to film because I get to be surrounded by everything that we had bought in our Disney World honeymoon trip that we took a few weeks ago. We've been back for about a week now. Yeah, it's just so nice to be surrounded by everything again. It kind of makes me feel like I'm back at Disney and I'm not in the realities of life in London. We stayed at the Wilderness Lodge. It's the first time we've stayed at a deluxe resort and it's just been an amazing experience. We had been twice before to Disney. If you've seen some of my videos before, you would know that we went in 2022 in March and I thought it was going to be a once-in-a-lifetime trip kind of situation, and now this is our third time back and I'm already looking to go back next year, maybe hopefully in May. It was a honeymoon trip, so we had thought, let's just go all out. Let's go with a deluxe resort so that we get the full dining plan for free. Now that I'm surrounded with everything that we had bought, I realized that I probably went a little bit crazy, but I don't regret any of it, and I'm hoping that this is at least entertaining for you to watch and or gives you an idea of what's available at the parks in September, October time 2025. A lot of the things I will say that we had bought isn't seasonally like restricted. A lot of it I think is part of the permanent collection, so hopefully that's still relevant to you a couple of months down the line if you find this video. There will be a vlog coming after this as well. So the very first and the most proud thing that I think we had managed to get back is this. Oh my goodness. It is the Epcot ball cookie jar, and I had originally seen this I think in vlogs in 2020 before we had even gone, and I somehow just really wanted it even though we'd never been to Epcot. I didn't have any affinity to the park or anything, but really loved this and couldn't find it anywhere in 2022 or 2023, but I had seen that they had restocked it in late 2023 or beginning of 2024, so I really just was praying and hoping that, crossing my fingers, that that was still going to be available. And this was actually everywhere. It was also even available in the Magic Kingdom confectionery. We did get this one in the Creations shop and it was a beast to haul back. What I wanted this for, you might be wondering like what in the world, is that I wanted to store all of my Nespresso pods in it. So you can probably see I have all of my Nespresso pods. Right now it's obviously autumn, fall time, so it's all pumpkin spice cake and maple pecan flavors, but I just wanted every morning for me to be able to be reminded of Epcot when I make my coffee, and it has been doing exactly that. So I'm so happy that this came back in one piece and that this is my pride and joy basically. I'm so happy with it. Yay. I think this was around $60, which is expensive for a cookie jar, I would say, but totally worth it in my opinion. Okay, next up, I think I'll just go through this bag of miscellaneous items. We, again, went a little bit overboard. I would say I didn't go too crazy, I would say, because I was thinking about the luggage space, especially with the Epcot ball that we wanted to haul back. So I had that in mind. So I didn't want to get too many things that were too bulky. So I will say that I did practice some self-control. Anyway, the next thing that we got, again, this is another thing that had been on our minds for a little bit, but they do these silhouette cutout painting things of yourself, your family, or pets. So we have a corgi. His name is Gus. He's turning 5 in a week's time. Next week he's turning 5. But we had seen these in our last 2 trips and had wanted to get it and just never found the time to. And this time I was just adamant that we had to get this, and so yeah. Here it is. It actually comes with 2 cutouts, so there's another one of the same like cutout silhouette at the back of this, so behind this, so you could technically put another one up in a separate frame, but I just wanted that as a backup. Really, you don't have to pay extra for that at all. And the frame I think was like $17 and the cutout itself was $20 something, so all in all it came to around 30 something. So I would say for a sentimental souvenir, this is just one of my pride and joys again. I chose a picture of Gus on one of his favorite beaches in Scotland. When I was having it done, the guy was like, a lot of people are bringing in pictures of their pets at the beach today and it just makes me not want to be at work because it was sweltering hot. And I was like, yeah, same. And then I had realized, actually no, I'm on holiday. Anyway, this is the other pride and joy souvenir that we got. Next up, by the way, as well, I know that this video is going to be very long, so hopefully you get a cup of coffee and just snuggle up or something, because I am going to ramble because this was the dream trip and every single thing that I had bought has some sort of sentimental value or a story behind it, I will try to keep it an abridged version. That being said, we also managed to haul back a Christmas ornament. I thought this was plastic, but they told me it's actually glass, so then obviously I panicked and wrapped it up in so many different like packing cubes and things like that to bring it back. But it's the Christmas ornament that has all of the 4 park icons in it, and then we had it personalized with Honeymoon 2025. This was a little bit of a mission to get done because by the time that we had bought it at Magic Kingdom, the ornament itself, the line to actually get the personalization was so long that we would have had to stay at the park till 11 p.m. and we were so tired by then that we were like, we don't want to do that. So they had actually told us that you can do the same thing at the Christmas shop in Disney Springs. So we chose to do that when we had a Disney Springs day. It took about a few hours and then we just, you know, shopped around and then came back to pick it up again. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can. So yeah, this is definitely another Pride and Joy memorabilia item that I'm going to keep forever because this was our honeymoon trip, and having Honeymoon 2025 I guess just Sharpied on is just really special to me. So I'm just going to be treasuring this and taking this out every Christmas. Less of a sentimental item, you will be pleased to hear, is this Mickey hat. I love this because it almost has like a Scottish tartan vibe to it. I don't golf. I did used to. My dad made me go take golf lessons with him when I was little, so I kind of know stuff about golf, but I haven't really actually golfed on like a course since I was an adult. But it is something that me and Rory have been talking about to get back into, especially back at Disney trips. We were thinking about maybe doing a golf morning just to have a different type of holiday, you know. But I really loved the design of this hat. It is just Mickey with a golf club and a tartan design, and I just thought that the shape of it was really nice as well. So it's a little bit of a wider brim, flatter cap, and I think that's a little bit more flattering on my head shape as opposed to a trucker hat. So I love this one. I got this one at Star Traders, but I actually had seen it in the co-op, etc. It's not available everywhere that we had seen in September 2025, but I'm pretty sure it is just one of the collections that they'll have that's maybe core and will be available for a few seasons at least. This is something that we bought at Disney Springs, which I actually saw at the Disney store in London yesterday, so whatever. Anyway, it's super light anyway, but I love this. This is from Columbia, and it is their kind of Disney collaboration. I think maybe the 3rd or 4th iteration now. It is a fanny pack / bum bag, depending on where you're from, and this has been so handy actually as a traditional bum bag because it has a 2-way adjustable tie over here, so it sits very snugly on your waist, which is great. And it is just so handy when you open things up, because sometimes fanny packs, they have zippers a bit down here, so when you open it, things tend to maybe have the potential of falling out. But this one is just like a traditional top, so love this one. This one, me and Rory have agreed to share it. We'll see. But yeah, I wore it a lot at the trip as well as he, so yeah, we are probably definitely going to share this, but this is coming back on lots of trips with us. They did a whole like ski collaboration, so there's fleeces, rain jackets, hats I think as well, and then this bag. I definitely like the bag the most, and I already have a fleece from a few collections ago, so I thought maybe not worth duplicating everything all the time, even though I love everything. This is probably one of the favorite things that I got that was surprising to me on the trip, and this is the mini Mix-Its. I believe that they replaced the Nuimos with the mini Mix-Its, and it had mixed reactions. I think a lot of people still miss the Nuimos. I missed out on that boat. I didn't actually even get a chance to get one by the time they retired it, but I also didn't have that much of an affinity towards the Mix-Its because it was just so bright. I had to adjust it. I didn't have a huge sort of reaction or an affinity to the Mix-Its, but then when I saw a girl at Pinocchio's house during the Halloween party when it was pouring down rain. We went during this one evening when there was just a huge storm brewing, so we went to go get some of the truffle garlic chicken tenders, I think, at Pinocchio's house, and I saw a girl walking in line with a candy corn Eeyore, and immediately I just fell in love and I just really wanted to have him. found him the next day at World of Disney at Disney Springs, and he was on my bag pretty much for the entirety of the trip, and I just love him. He just looks so cute. It looks like a tiny little parachute. I was looking at different hats for him, but I think I'm just going to stick with this one, and with the mix-it, you can have it on the straps of your bags. They are quite a lot bigger, I think, than what the new emus look like from pictures that I've seen, but I just love him, and he just looks so cozy and cute in his little candy corn hat. Plush things. So I have two, actually. I'll just show you the ears at the same time. I had bought these black ears on disneystore.com before the trip because I knew that I wanted something simple, and my friend actually asked me, because we were going to New York after our honeymoon for another wedding, to buy her one of the pumpkin things so that she could decorate her plain leather ears with this in the middle. And I originally wanted 0 in the middle for my Halloween costume. We didn't have a costume, I was just gonna wear merch. But when we put 0 on top, he was just maybe too triangular and strange looking in between the two ears. It just didn't fit right proportionately. But I then also put a different pumpkin on there. I bought a pumpkin for her, and then I ended up getting a pumpkin for myself, basically. That's the abridged version of the story. But I just think he looks so cute, and I wore him during the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, and then to the subsequent Magic Kingdom days as well, because we went to the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party pretty early on in the trip. It was day 3 out of 14. So yeah, and then I found this one, Figment, at the Disney Ever After store in Disney Springs. They have Figment everywhere, by the way, as well. So I decided to get one for my Epcot days, and I just love him sort of in the middle over here. I just think he looks really cute, especially for Epcot and maybe even Hollywood Studios, but mainly Epcot really. So I just love these plain black ears because you can customize them. I've seen people put ribbons on them, but I do think, you know, with my personality and my style choice for Disney, I really prefer these funny, cute little bobblehead things to put in the middle of them. Love them. I think they were also quite reasonable. I think they were maybe $12.99 or something each for the plushie ears. And then last but not least in this bag is this Touchland hand sanitizer with the Mickey case. I wanted the Mickey case, so that I got a few of the Touchland things. They're not available in the UK yet. I think maybe they'll be coming over at some point. But yeah, I just wanted this. So I got this case thing at the boardwalk, but then I did also see it at the Creation shop after. Next up is this mug. I had known that I wanted to get it ever since I saw it on vlogs before our trip. And it's the monorail instructions, please stand clear of the door, and then the Spanish version, which I'm not going to try to repeat because they say it in a very elegant and fast way, and I'm not going to be able to replicate that. Love this. This was actually the only mug I had bought the entire trip because I was cognizant of the Epcot ball and then the ornament, etc. So I was really picky with my mugs. So I actually only ended up coming home with this one. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. And it just has a blue inside. I can't tip it over too far. And it has the different color monorails. I just love it. It doesn't scream Disney. It doesn't have the Disney Mickey head. It doesn't have the logos or anything, but it's sort of like a if you know, you know kind of like park mug. And I just love that kind of merchandise, which is a little bit more like niche categories of the parks that you might love. I wanted to go through ears. So I bought, my friend jokes that I'm in my ear era, and I would probably agree because in the previous 2 trips, I would buy maybe 1 pair of ears each time, and I really preferred hats and bucket hats and things like that, but then this trip I really tended towards the ears to kind of match my outfits and things like that. So I bought 3 pairs. The first pair that I had got, oh, I also got this from Amazon. This is so handy. It's just an ear holder. The first pair I got was the Sorcerer Mickey ear. I actually had a pair of this when I lived in California in San Diego. So I bought the original Sorcerer Mickey with the darker blue smaller hat in the middle. That pair really hurts my ears, and I actually don't know where it is. It might be home in Hong Kong. I got this pair and I really like how plushy and cute and large the hat is. It makes it look more cartoony and playful. So yeah, this was definitely the first pair of ears that I got, and I loved Sorcerer Mickey this entire trip. Basically, I was really hoping that the Sorcerer Mickey collection was still going to be available when we went, because I knew that it launched in February 2025, so I was a bit nervous that it wasn't going to be available. It was, thank goodness. And then next up, This is, again, my pride and joy. These are the Beaches and Cream Beach Club ears by Loungefly, actually, and Rory had bought this for me was buying me random little things throughout the trip because we were on a honeymoon and he was being cute. He was actually the one who got me these, and I wore this to our Beaches and Cream afternoon when we just had ice cream in the restaurant, and I love this because it actually also smells like vanilla or something like that, and it's got a little ice cream cone in the middle and then beautiful pale blue and white stripes. I also kind of feel like it's quite bridal-y, and even though I'm not a bride anymore, I like to pretend. So this was, yeah, amazing. I absolutely love this pair. And then last but not least, it's this pair of Polynesian resort ears, the bow in the middle, because Mickey, I think you can see, he's doing something. Yeah, he's kayaking, as you can see, and actually as ears, they're quite big, which is good because I have a big head, so it worked out really well. Have dreams of going to Aulani and Hawaii, etc., so I thought that this was a worthy investment for the future manifesting trips. So yeah, I got this as well. More accessories. I actually didn't buy a Loungefly bag this trip, which is surprising for me because I traditionally really love Loungeflies, but I, in the previous 2 trips, had realized that my back gets really sore and it starts to really hurt after about 15,000 steps, and I realized / attributed it to the backpacks that I was wearing. So when I wore the Loungeflies in my front, I felt fine. But the second I put it on my back and then walk like more than 15,000 steps, it just starts getting really sore, my hips especially, and my lower back. So I've been wearing a lot of the fanny packs. I know in my, you probably don't know, but in my Disney bags video, I said that the Stony Clover bag is probably not something that I would wear. I backtrack on that because I wore that pretty much the entire trip all the time because I found that a bum bag actually fits me better in terms of my back issues, etc. Fun times. But the big issue with the fanny packs was that there was nowhere to actually put water bottles, so I felt really bad putting my water bottle into Rory's backpack because that would make things really heavy. So I was looking for a water bottle holder pretty much the whole trip, and then I got this near the end of our trip, unfortunately, but I bought this Owala water bottle at Target and then just stuck a bunch of Disney stickers on it. This has come in so handy. This was $50, so in my justification, this is cheaper than a traditional Loungefly bag, so score. And it's just really cute. It's a small world. I just like the design of this the best. They had different ones like Tigger and Winnie the Pooh, and they had a food and wine one with Remy on top. That was another contender for me, but I just wanted, again, something that was more attraction and parks based rather than character based, that I could potentially get anywhere, really. Like I wanted some like park exclusive essentially. So I got this lug water bottle holder and it's come in so handy. Like I just loved wearing this and then just being able to lug my Owala water bottle out, and yeah, it was really handy, really useful, and it can actually be worn as I think a hip pack as well. I haven't tried that yet because the crossbody function has worked really well for me. And one thing, like design wise, this just works so well. I have my phone here and it fits perfectly, like perfectly. And then it also fits, you know, a hand sanitizer. So, you know, for evenings out or a lighter day where we knew that it was going to be a half day and we were coming back to the resort, I would just wear this and it was amazing. And I love the design of this. It has kind of teal colors and then all of the characters within the ride on it. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be maybe even using this on non-Disney sort of hikes and trips and things like that because it's been so handy. This is from Vera Bradley at Disney Springs. It was on sale and I needed a big pouch because it was on our final day of the trip and I had just so many random things in my tote bag to bring as my carry-on onto the flight that I felt really kind of claustrophobic almost. So I just wanted a big pouch. I was gonna go to World of Disney or whatever to try to find one, but instead I found this on sale at 30% off, and it's so handy. It's ginormous. I'm storing all of my sort of Disney hats in it at the moment. Love this pouch, and it's padded as well. If I look like I have moved, it's because I have, because I forgot that I had this tote bag to show and it's in the same category. So on a Magic Kingdom day, I got this Magic Kingdom tote. I think this is pretty iconic, or people know about this basically, and it's a Starbucks tote. Essentially, long story short, I got really wet on Tiana's Bayou Adventure and needed somewhere to put all of my wet clothes in. So I got this because I had wanted it anyway, and it has the castle and all of the kind of icons on there, Dapper Dan's, fireworks. They have DJ, what's his name? Sunny Eclipse. His name is Sunny Eclipse. They have that on there as well. So I really love this, and I think I can use this quite a bit in London as well, just to carry my shopping in, etc. So got this and really happy with that. And then another thing that I forgot to mention in my cute section is this munchling that Rory got me from a munchling mystery box in the outlet. So this was $5, I think, $4.99, and I got Mei Lin from Turning Red. She's so cute. I put her on our like kind of entryway mirror thing so that I can see her every time I walk in. This is so random for something that I had bought in Disney, but I have been looking for a Highland cow plushie for so long. I love Highland cows, and I've been looking for a Highland cow plushie but couldn't find one that was like not creepy and not too soft. I have a specific kind of like thing that I'm looking for Highland cows. But anyway, long story short, found this in United Kingdom Pavilion in Epcot. So I had to get him, and I've decided to name him Smokey because we stayed at the Wilderness Lodge during our honeymoon, and Smokey the bear is, you know, like a big thing to protect the forest in Wilderness Lodge as well. So his name is Smokey. Hello. On to the clothing bit now. Finally, if you're still here, well done. I love Disney clothing. I really just love it. I work from home 2 days a week, and I'm usually in a Disney themed jumper or a t-shirt or whatever. Usually when you're on calls, like, people can only see the top half anyway, so I'm always like essentially decked out in my Disney garms. I bought a lot of clothes on this trip, but a lot of it is t-shirts and then a few jumpers and jackets. Okay, yeah, that's quite a bit. But anyway, first and foremost, this isn't a t-shirt or a jacket. It is actually a skort. So it's a Walt Disney World athletic skort. I got it in the size medium. I'm usually a medium. So I would say that it fits true to size. And I love this skort because it has these plastic things in it so that it doesn't ride up your leg when you're wearing it. And I just found that, you know, if I wanted to look a little bit more put together and not just athletic, you know, legging shorts and an oversized t-shirt, I wore this on the trip and felt more put together, even though I was still very, very comfortable. I love this skort, and yeah, I think it was $50. Rory actually encouraged me to buy it because I thought that, you know, it was too tennis shape and I wasn't too much of a tennis like aesthetic person. But once I had started to wear it with different, you know, athletic tops and things like that, it actually went really well. So I love this one, and it's so versatile. I'm not 100% sure if I will wear this outside of Disney, so it might be going into my Disney bin, but for sure, for every single Disney trip moving forward, I'm going to be wearing this because it's so comfortable, and I think it's very apt, I think, for the environment that you're in as well. This t-shirt, this is the Walt Disney World Mickey Ghost ear hat, and he has a little side crossbody bag and a little drink as well. I'm thinking a Diet Coke or something. I love this t-shirt. I was looking at it essentially the entire trip, but I didn't want to buy it because it was too seasonally restrictive. But then I was buying this t-shirt again for my friend for what I didn't know was supposed to be her birthday present, but then I spoiled it last weekend when we met up with her because her husband had asked me to buy this, but I thought it was just a souvenir, so I just gave it to her because I got too excited, but apparently it was supposed to be her birthday present. So anyway, when I bought it for her, it was 2 t-shirts for $50. That's what Disney World usually do when you buy t-shirts on the t-shirt wall, so I thought I'll just get myself one too. So I have this t-shirt. I love it. I'm again going to wear it at home, out and about, especially during Halloween season. I think I'm just going to be wearing it under my jumpers and things so that I kind of secretly know inside I'm a little bit Disney today. Second t-shirt that I got is this one from the ride Dinosaur. It still has the tags on it because I'm kind of saving it for, I don't know what I'm saving it for, but I want my first wear of it to be a more special occasion. And this was from our last ride on Dinosaur ever. And to be fair and honest, I was never a huge fan of the Dinosaur ride, but knowing that it's gonna not be there the next time we go made me kind of sad. For some reason, I don't like change, but I like change, you know what I mean? But I just wanted something to commemorate it with, So I got this dinosaur t-shirt and I love it. It is in a size large because it's actually quite oversized. I think they might have changed their t-shirts to be even more oversized nowadays. So I traditionally get all of my t-shirts in an extra large so that they're long enough, but nowadays I think they kind of actually made it a little bit bigger. I love this one. I'm gonna treasure it. And yeah, this t-shirt, it's the Country Bear Musical Jamboree t-shirt, and I got this at the outlets actually for $9.99. And I'm guessing they came out with these t-shirts when the Country Bear Jamboree got re-themed last year, I think September last year. And I love the back of it. It has essentially like a concert poster of all of the country bears, etc. I got this in a size medium because it was all that they had left, but I did see that they had restocked it after we left, but all good. It still fits quite oversized, which is really, really great. I loved the new iteration of it. I think it's really relevant for, you know, the IP that we all know and love, but it still kind of keeps the kind of integrity of what the show actually is. And I just find the song so catchy that I was singing it pretty much the whole trip. Rory can tell you how much nightmare he has survived through with me singing it. T-shirt wall find again. This one I really loved because it has all of the like icons. It has Epcot, Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, the monorail, which I had come to really, really love on this trip. It always smells like an American airport, the monorail inside, but yeah, kind of a tangent. Pirates, which we rode so many times during the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party because it rained so badly when we were in Pirates that we then just ran back and forth to ride it 4 more times just to pass the time because there was nothing else we could do. So I thought that that was very appropriate as well. I love this t-shirt. This is an extra large and I can just see myself kind of lounging in it all the time. And yeah, this was sort of my like traditional t-shirt purchase of the trip, because every trip I like to get something that just has Walt Disney World and then it has like, you know, the park icons or just a generic, essentially generic enough but special enough t-shirt. So love this one. Next up is this Epcot t-shirt, also in an extra large. I love this one. It just has a very retro nostalgic vibe to it, I think. And it is in a really nice shade of yellow. I think it actually complements my kind of Chinese Asian skin tone really, really well. And I just love it. And funny story about this, I wore this at Epcot after I bought it. And I walked past a Disney dad at the American Pavilion and we clocked each other. And then we both said nice shirt at the same time, so it was just such a nice memory for me. So yeah, I love this t-shirt now, and I will always think about that Disney dad whenever I wear this, and I hope he's doing well. This amazing t-shirt that Rory actually noticed when we came out of the safaris? No, Everest, I think. It was in the Asia Pavilion, because this is actually from Yak and Yeti. This is a Yak and Yeti Orlando t-shirt, and it looks really traditionally like, you know, those band t-shirts from the 90s that have all of the band members in front of it, but this one has tigers, like basically all of the animals that you can find in the Asian jungle, I believe. And I just love the sort of gray blue tie-dye that it has over here. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, and I got this in an extra large, but you can tell that it's really, really big. I probably should have done with a large instead, but I love this one. This can be a t-shirt dress when I go to sleep, or something to lounge in, or I can maybe even just wear this out and just completely own the nostalgic vibes of it, hopefully. But yeah, I love this t-shirt. Going into the jumper category now is this Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party spirit jersey, which actually Rory wanted to buy. I had gotten my allotted, in my head I thought that, you know, I have too many of these spirit jerseys and Loungeflies things. I'm not going to say no to them, but I'm really only going to restrict myself to one each trip. So I had already my allotted one in the back here that you'll see in a second, but he really loved this one and he said, why don't we just share it so that it doesn't like impede into my like made up boundaries that I had set for myself that I completely broke anyway, but whatever. But yeah, this is the spirit jersey. It's in a really beautiful kind of I would call this an ube color, but it's just, I guess, a purple potion kind of color, and the back really is where it shines. It just says boo to you, and then at the very bottom here it has Mickey and Minnie as witches and wizards. and we got this in a size large so that we can share it, and it looks really good on him, and it also looks really good on me if I do say so myself. So yeah, definitely one that we will be sharing. We are going to Copenhagen in a couple of weeks for the friend's birthday shirt that I ruined. We're going to her birthday. We're going to basically celebrate autumn in Copenhagen at Tivoli, etc. So maybe we'll wear this at Tivoli as well, because it's kind of a theme park, right? So yeah, this one I got at the outlets, and I loved this collection. I love it. Like, it's a Tomorrowland spirit jersey, and it has all of the Tomorrowland rides and icons at the back. It's quite big because it's an extra large. It was the only size they had left, but I really like these spirit jerseys. Now that I have a few of them now, wear them as sleeping shirts in the winter because they are long sleeves, so I feel cozier in them, but it's not a sweater that it's so hot to sleep in. I wore this essentially as my pajamas for a lot of the trip, and this was only $39, I believe, so it was a bargain. And I had been debating getting the Loungefly of this, which was full price in the Space Mountain store. I don't know what that one's called, but I saw the spirit jersey and I thought, okay, you know what, this will satiate my need slash want for something of this collection. I was also debating the bucket hat, but I have so many bucket hats and I got into ears. I thought, you know, just the dilemmas that you go on when you go on holiday at Disney. Next up is this. This is my another pride and joy. This was the thing that I watched so many shopping vlogs before we went just to try to see if it was still there in the stores, but I didn't really know because those videos are usually based on newness, which I understand, but I was like just trying to zoom in on videos to see in the back of the collections if it was still there. Anyways, it was, and I actually found it on the very first day when we went to Contemporary for dinner as a quick service because we were staying at Wilderness, so it's a beautiful boat ride, like a 5-minute boat ride to Contemporary, so we did that. Saw the fireworks as well on the way back to the resort, so that was magical. Anyway, saw this, immediately grabbed it. It's in an extra large, which I think is the perfect amount of oversized in this instance for me. It just has the Sorcerer Mickey hat in the front, and then it says Walt Disney World. This is really hard to show. And it has Sorcerer Mickey on it, and I just love it. It's kind of like a spirit jersey-esque. Yeah, it's a Disney like zip-up jumper, and I just absolutely loved it, really. And I wore it a lot when we went on evenings out because somehow it actually got a little bit cold, even though it was actually scorching during the day. But yeah, I love this one, and I've been wearing it a lot to walk Gus. So this golf trend thing, I mean, we don't golf, as I said, but we're gonna try to because now we have the merch, so we might as well try. I had shown Rory a few videos of the golf store before our trip, and he was really interested in going. He wanted to see if there's any kind of golf t-shirts that he can get, or just kind of like more athletic wear, but like Disney-ish, you know. And when we went, we actually went to the wrong one. At first we went to the Saratoga Springs one, which had a smaller store, but it wasn't the one that we had seen in vlogs, and we were so confused that I had to go back on Google, and then I had realized that it was the golf, there were 2 golf courses. I didn't know this. And then there was one that was close to Grand Floridian, and that was the golf store that was like mega huge. Finally made it there at some point during the trip, and I found this on sale. This just says the happiest place on turf, and it has Mickey playing golf, and it's a beautiful kind of cerulean blue color, I would say, like Devil Wears Prada. And this is in a size, it's quite big, it's a 2XL, which I think is perfect actually, because this is an Adidas hoodie actually. Adidas hoodie, as you can see in the tag over here, and it was $30, and I just thought this would be so comfortable and cozy when the temperatures cool down again to what Gus and things like that. So got this one and super happy with it. And then Rory got a white Nike Mickey golf hat as well that he wore pretty much all of the trip as well, so really happy with this. Next jumper, this one. This is the yellow Mickey jumper, and it just says Walt Disney World over here. And I had seen this on Instagram, TikTok, like all of the kind of relevant shopping Disney personalities online, and I wanted it, but I didn't know if I really wanted it because A, I didn't know if it would suit my skin tone, and B, it's a light color, so I'm nervous because, you know, I drink coffee, sometimes I drink it like sitting down like this so it spills. Like, I'm just, you know, kind of like nervous around this, but I'm wearing it today, so hopefully it is all fine. When I tried it on I tried it on at the Co-op, like Trendy, I think maybe is the name of the store. It really actually suited my skin tone, and it wasn't too neon, it wasn't too yellow, so I thought that was perfect. And I love the design of this and how simple it is, but still like kind of like fashiony, you would say. And I love how the sleeves are more of a balloon shape, so it's a bit more flattering. I got this in a size large. It's very oversized and great, so I love this one, and it's very cozy. So I'm just going to be essentially cycling through these for the autumn season. This one, another one of my pride and joys, it is a jumper that says Happy Honeyween, and it has Winnie, Piglet, Eeyore, and Tigger, and they're sort of in Halloween costumes. I think they're putting up a banner that says Boo, B-O-O, at the bottom over here, and then it says Walt Disney World, and it's embroidered at the back as well over here. I think this jumper was $59.99, so $60, and I got this in a size 1X. So I really wanted this oversized because it's quite a cropped jumper. As you can see, it's still like, being 1X is still a little bit short, so I wanted it a little bit longer. I also saw it in Disney's Hollywood Studios, and there were only extra smalls left and the 1X, so I immediately grabbed it and I tried it on and I loved it, and then I didn't see it since. So I'm really glad that I actually did. And honestly, lesson learned from my previous 2 trips: if you love something and you find it, just grab it. I'm always saying like, if I don't like it, I'll return it, but then I never do because I just love them. Probably more seasonally restrictive because it says Happy Honeyween, but definitely for this entire month, if you see me on the streets, I'll probably be wearing this. This one is really special to me. So I saw it in the beginning of the trip. It is a little bit expensive. It was $89, $90 I think, and I had already had a windbreaker style jacket in a similar color by Tommy Hilfiger that I bought at the outlets a few trips ago, so in 2022. So I thought, you know, like, I have duplicates, I don't really need another one, but I just kept looking at it and it just looks really cool. It's kind of like a cool windbreaker, nostalgic, maybe something that you would find at a thrift store, but in a really cool way, like a gem find, you know what I mean? So I was really interested in it, but I didn't want to get it. But I had gotten some birthday money. My birthday was at the end of August, and my mother-in-law got me just cash to spend at Disney, because she's like, I know you're going to Disney and I know you love Disney stuff, so just get yourself something nice. So I used that money to get this jacket, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I've been wearing it a lot, again, on dog walks, no surprise there. But I think I will be wearing it when I'm out and about, and you know, this is just the perfect sort of layering piece, and it's just so well made. It feels really soft and nice. It has almost a brushed feel to it, and the tags and the zippers over here are leather. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, it's supposed to be like this, by the way. I checked a few of them, and it has Walt Disney World embossed onto it, and it's just beautiful. It almost kind of looks like an aviator's like patch work on it, but it's subtle, but it's really cool. There's just no words. I got this in an extra large as well because I wanted it oversized. Again, you know I love oversized stuff, so yeah, I love this one. And then last but not least, I'm not going to go into the pins, I don't think. If people are interested in a pin video, I can do a separate pin video. We did go a little bit crazy on pins as well, but I won't go through all of them. This, another one of my pride and joys. It's kind of gross because I am wearing it again on dog walks, but it is Disney World Crocs, and me and Rory wanted to find Disney Crocs before we had even gone on the trip, because we had bought them in 2022, and you know, the bottom of the sole completely flattened out, so it's essentially a slipping hazard. And mine are just so disgusting because they are white. I've washed them again and again, but the gunk has gotten so deep that there's just permanently sort of a crease dirt mark on them. I'm not throwing them away, but I just wanted a fresh pair that, you know, I could wear around the parks and around dog walks, and I love this one. It has all of the park icons. I think this might have been part of like a larger collection, because I collected all of the pins that have to do with this design as well. And it has the Skyliner on it, which I absolutely love. It has Walt Disney World on the side as well. Love them so much. Jewelry, and I promise this is the last segment. I'm gonna come closer. Jewelry wise, I again didn't go too crazy, I don't think. They're all in this little pot here. The first one I got was this Boo Crew bracelet. These are from the Little Words project. I've seen people with stacks of them, but I just wanted one that had the little mini ghost in it because I couldn't find a mini ghost at any point of our trip. It was completely sold out. This is the Lion King earrings from Bauble Bar that I got at the outlets. And then next up, I'm just not going to show them in pairs so that it's easier to focus. This is from the Disney store. Little cubic zirconia Mickeys in it, and it's a hoop earring, and I've actually been wearing this in London and got compliments, and then when I told them where it was from, they were like, wait, what? And then last but not least, this is the Mickey ring I got. I really wanted this in a very, like a much smaller size so that I could wear it as essentially a pinky slash signet ring, but they just didn't, apparently that collection didn't come in any smaller sizes. I would have needed maybe a US 3, they said, but the smallest that they came in was US 5, so it's fine. I just got one for this finger, and that's all the jewelry. Yay. And then bonus little entry, I just need to do a little plug for these Skechers. They're not Disney related, but I think they might be the best Disney shoes I've ever gotten because they slip right in. Rory got a pair as well, and we were just joking around every time we had to go outside. We're like, they just slip right on. These are amazing. They're almost giving orthopedic chic. These ones are really nice, especially when you have kind of trousers draped over them. Looks really cool, really appropriate for Disney as well, and you know, it's hands-free. Love them. Got them from the outlets, and Rory got those for me as well. Whew, okay, I think that was everything. This might have been like a 40-minute long video, so if you've made it to this part, thank you so much. Hope it was enjoyable. Hope you've kind of seen how crazy I have maybe accidentally gotten in buying things at Disney for this trip. Moving forward, hopefully I will be more restrained. We'll see. Probably not, because I just love it so much. It, like, having these things after a trip kind of reminds you of little elements of the trip, and I know you don't need the things to remind you of things, but I just really love it, and you know what, I can't justify it. I love it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. The vlogs are gonna come after this video, so do subscribe and like if you enjoyed it, if it was entertaining to you or anything like that, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.